Mr. Rashik Rahman. So, sir, would you please come up? Let's give a big round of applause for him. Thank you for your initiative. Please come to us.
I don't want to make this session any further than it is already. I would like to just start with a small phenomena that happened in front of me. I hail from the area called Rangpur Mithapukur, and I got an opportunity to be present in an interview session in a college where they were trying to recruit a teacher who would teach management. And the external who was present there from Rajshahi University, basically in front of me, he asked the candidate, "Can you please define management?" And he had a blank look. He couldn't answer much. So he said, okay, let's make it easy. Why don't you write father and mother in English in this piece of paper? So he wrote mother, M-A-T-H-E-R, and he wrote father by using an O, so it became a father. And after a couple of weeks, I heard that he was recruited as a teacher in that college. The reason being that at that time, his own elder brother was the Upazila chairman of this area. So these are the harsh and hard realities of Bangladesh. And today we were talking about education. Last night, I had a sleepless night. Coincidentally, when I was browsing through TV channels, I came across BTV, and they were televising Jibon Theke Newa by Zohir Rayhan, taken from life, or we can say extract of life. And a realization came into me as I knew that today in the morning there would be this seminar. See, the entire purpose, goal, the reason for which we are talking about education is not only to suffice the target or the parameters or the figures that are given for 2041 or 2030. We want a strong nation, we want a strong country, where standing in National Defense College, we can look forward that our defense system would be stronger, our prosperity will be ensured, our higher productivity will be ensured. So there is a concept in economics which is known as production possibility frontier. And we have learned that if we bring in new technology, production possibility increases, it shifts. If we bring in new kind of education, our production possibility changes. If we win a war, if geographical territory increases, even then our production possibility increases. But one thing we always overlook, that is the awe factor. And for a Bengali in Bangladesh, our awe factor is that we have this indomitable spirit where Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman led us to independence. But geographical reality was that we would not be able to become independent, but we have become independent. We are a free nation. Until unless this awe factor has been infused or instilled in our education system, no matter what kind of reform we may do, yes, we'll get a human resource which will be somewhat developed, but we will not have a great human resource. So the question is, do we want to be successful? Do you want to be developed, or do we want to be great? The dream of father of the nation, Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, was Bengali and Bangladesh shall be a great entity altogether. So our education system needs to focus on how we will make our children of that nature where they will pursue greatness, not only success. Our education evolves around getting a job, getting 3 meals a day, getting a good car, getting a roof over our head, getting married, having some children, and one day we die. Our lives cannot be limited within that periphery. So I believe that the greatest reform that should take place on an immediate basis, maybe the honorable speakers and our chief guest today, they will agree with us, that the education curriculum, or for that matter the syllabus, needs to be revamped in such a fashion that in every subject, in everything that we learn, first of all, we will believe in that awe factor that Bengalis can do everything and anything. Yes, we can. We will believe in that. Otherwise, whatever changes we bring in, what will happen is, we'll have a developed nation, but at a given point there will be saturation. So the example would be like a rocking horse. For a child, a rocking horse is a favorite toy rather. There is a lot of movement, but there is no progress. So one day there shall be a time, if we do not revamp ourselves, we shall rock. A lot of movement will be there, but progress shall be definitely stunned. So I think today's session was an eye-opener. One more observation I would like to share with you. Besides doing all this reform on an immediate basis, the recruitment system of teachers in our school and college and in university needs to be changed. There should be a central body, if necessary, PSC, by which the teachers should be recruited. Because as Mr. Inai Khan has mentioned, there is somewhat corruption and bribery going on, for which boys and girls are recruited as teachers who cannot really teach. So what happens is, no matter what curriculum, syllabus, whatever, however big building you may have, at the end of the day, their quality of education is not as good. And one more observation I have, I'm sure Professor Muzul Islam sir will agree with me. In BUET, if you want to study computer science and you go for the admission test, somehow you don't do well, what happens? You get the choice of studying metallurgy. So you have this undying passion of studying computer science, but just because you did not do well, you end up doing metallurgy. So you don't have any passion for metallurgy. So this boy or this girl who is graduating from this discipline, surely he is a human resource. But the question is, how effective is this person going to be in the nation building process? In Dhaka University, you want to study BBA, but you don't do as well, but you get another subject. And out of compulsion, you're studying that. So I think the very admission system in the colleges, schools, and universities needs to be changed, where boys and girls, just like 100 years back, Jaden Namarapuri, the great people of whose name we read, like that they can choose what they want to read, what they want to study. It should not be based on marks. There should be a unique system of assessment where we can decide this boy will be good for philosophy, this girl will be good for sociology, this person will be good for physics, mathematics. And at the end, on a short note, I would like to say, if you allow me, I just want to say this in Bangla. আমার মাঝে মাঝে মনে হয় ওই জীবন থেকে নেওয়া দেখার পরে যে আমরা বোধহয় আমাদের জীবনের জয় বাংলা হারিয়ে ফেলেছি। এই ন্যাশনাল ডিফেন্স কলেজে যখন আসি, আপনাদের হাত ধরে চট্টগ্রামে গিয়েছি, রাঙামাটিতে গিয়েছি, বহু সম্মানিত সেনাবাহিনীর সদস্যদের সাথে আমার পরিচয় হয়েছে, অনেক বেসামরিক প্রশাসনের সম্মানিত কর্মকর্তাদের সাথে পরিচয় হয়েছে। আমার মনে হচ্ছে আমরা সকলেই অসম্ভব ভালোবাসি বাংলাদেশকে, কিন্তু সাকিব আল হাসানকে যখন আমরা খেলতে দেখি, আমার মনে হয় তার জয় বাংলা ভালো খেলা, বাংলাদেশের জন্য গর্ব নিয়ে আসা। বাংলাদেশ সামরিক বাহিনীর একজন সদস্য যখন দেখি, আমার মনে হয় তার জয় বাংলা হচ্ছে এই দেশকে রক্ষা করা, আন্তর্জাতিক শান্তি রক্ষায় বাংলাদেশের জন্য গৌরব নিয়ে আসা। আবার একই সাথে একজন ব্যবসায়ীকে যখন আমি দেখি, আমার কাছে মনে হয় তার জয় বাংলা ব্যবসার প্রসার ঘটানো, বাংলাদেশের ভৌগোলিক সীমা রেখাকে ছাড়িয়ে যাওয়া। বাংলাদেশের শিক্ষা ব্যবস্থায় মনে হয় আমরা জয় বাংলাটাকে হারিয়ে ফেলেছি। এই জয় বাংলা হওয়ার কথা ছিল একজন ছাত্রছাত্রীর মনন হবে স্বপ্নীল, সবুজ, কল্পনায় পুষ্ট, এবং যেই কল্পনার জগৎকে ব্যবহার করে আমরা সকলে এক সোনার বাংলাদেশ গড়ার চিন্তা করব। থ্যাংক ইউ অল, থ্যাংক ইউ সো মাচ ফর বিং পেশেন্ট।